I'm going to smile through the day.
We just want to take a moment right now, and Lisa Green, if you'll join us here in solidarity, and everybody out there, just take a nice deep breath. Maybe say a little namaste to yourself.
Serenity now, Kristi.
Smile.
We're going to let Kristi Larson kind of just gather herself.
Ready.
In that chill mode and get ready for a great show. So we're going to be talking about open up your hearts and ears for the Cares for Kids. It's a big event that's taking place, the radiothon that's happening. You can help kids at the Sanford Children's Hospital.
Plus, being inside on a cold winter day is no fun unless you have Auntie Ashley. So she's going to be showing us some fun DIY projects that we can all do at home.
She is like the perfect antidote to what we just experienced.
I know.
Right?
I need a little crafting time, I think.
Yes.
Also, the 2018 Frostival is kicking off on Friday, so we're going to be giving you a preview of what you can see this year. A lot of fun. I know the whole family can get outside and enjoy. And one of the good things, Lisa, is our weather's not going to be too terrible.
Not too bad, yeah. I mean, we do have some fog out there this morning to deal with, but some mild weather here for the next few days before things do start to change a little. We'll get to that in a moment. But first of all, fog is really an issue for some parts of the valley. It continues to just have a grip on our western viewing area, and we still have a dense fog advisory in effect until 10 o'clock. So another hour on that in Devil's Lake and some of our counties along the Cheyenne River Basin here in the valley. And here's a look at our latest reports. It's a very narrow band of dense fog. Langdon, Cooperstown, down toward Gwinner. We're all at 0 for our visibility right now, so some really dense fog there. A quarter-mile visibility in Valley City, and in Candu, we've got a half-mile visibility in that area. So dealing with some dense fog in some of those locations. Fargo, Grand Forks, we're looking just fine, and that continues as you head to the east into Minnesota. Our temperatures are mild into the upper teens to some low 20s right now, mid-20s even for some. With wind that's fairly light, we have a couple of places into the teens. Fargo, Cooperstown, up to 13 miles per hour with that wind out of the south. Checking out your radar and your satellite map. We do have those low clouds hanging around. The infrared satellite channel doesn't pick those up very well, but they're out there and some high clouds detected there too. We've got some warmer air moving in, and I'm hoping that we'll start to see some clearing as that happens from southwest to northeast today. There are perhaps a few flurries up around the Lake of the Woods area too at the moment. So your afternoon planner, we're looking at some mild temperatures. Our average high for this date right in the mid to upper teens for the valley, and we're looking at some mid-20s up in the north, all the way up to some low to mid-30s in the far south today. I'll have 28 degrees in Fargo. And ahead for the rest of the weekend into the weekend, warmer weather on the way Thursday and Friday, mid-30s coming up Thursday and Friday. Breezy conditions, though, along with that warm up on Thursday. And then our next system rolls through. This one, not a big snow producer, but we'll have some wind and temperatures will be sliding on Saturday, and we'll end up with a high of 7 on Sunday. So that's going to be a little bit tough to take, but we do have a little warm up to start the week next week. So not bad. When all of our high temperatures are above 0, we're doing okay in January.
And at least the Frostival's on Friday and Saturday, so you can enjoy some of those outdoor activities before going back inside again.
Exactly.
I got in my car this morning, and I know this wasn't right, but it was walking out of the gym. It said 41 on my car temperature. Yeah.
Did you park your car in the garage?
No, it was outside, and when I got done with my triathlon training, and then so.
Was your car? Did you have a car starter and you started it ahead of time?
No, I just walked out because it was kind of nice. I was like, wow, this feels really mild. And I was like, but then I started driving and went right back down to 24.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I was going to say 41. I don't know where you were in Fargo.
He was in that one warm pocket in Fargo right there.
I was pretty amped, though, when I saw that. I was like, ooh.
Well, it's still mid-20s in January in the morning hours. That's still okay. That's still good.
Oh, it felt like balmy walking out.
I did too. I was at the gym this morning and then I walked out and I was like, hey, I don't feel extra freezing cold, even with wet hair and stuff too. So thank you, Lisa.
You bet.
We do have some animals that we want to introduce you to from the Homeward Animal Shelter. So first we have Cleo, who's a short for Cleopatra. I believe we introduced her to you before, but she is a stunning cat with gorgeous long black hair and white patches as well. And she is also declawed in her front paws, and she's extremely sweet and loving. Now, she is on a special food for some health reasons, but it isn't much more expensive than normal cat food.
At her picture? Check out those whiskers.
I know, isn't it cute? I love the eyes against the black fur. So don't let, that food kind of stop you from falling in love with her. Also, we have Hubert, who is 3.5 years old and has lots of energy. I love this picture.
I do too.
He is a great walking companion and loves to play catch, but he really also can enjoy being lazy inside every now and then again. He is a hound mix, so he does have a strong voice sometimes.
Oh, nice.
That you can hear from maybe even a block away, but he's a very funny guy looking for an active home that will love him and keep him busy. So if you want any more information on either of them or the other animals they have up for adoption, just go to homewardonline.org.
Also, we got some more winners for the great event that's coming up, next weekend already, the Ottertail County on Ice giveaway. Go out on the ice, have a great time. So we want to say congratulations to Steve, Jessica, Holly, Amy, and Megan. Each one of you got passes to the events. You can go out there, have a great time either one of those days. And if you want to register to win as well, it's very easy to do. Just go to valleynewslive.com or ndtoday.tv. If you want to brave the weather, which I don't know what it's going to be on February 4th, they're supposedly going to have a giant screen of the game.
Super Bowl, and then you just go and you top it by watching it on the ice.
On ice.
I think that would be really fun.
I want to see some drone footage of that whole thing.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder if drones can fly there. That would be really cool. We
Sure.
should see if we could send someone out. I don't know if you saw this video, but this was just such a sweet surprise. So it was a reunion at Lake Park Audubon Elementary School. And Senior Master Sergeant Travis Shower surprised his 2 oldest daughters yesterday. And of course, he was greeted with some big hugs. Oh, it just makes me tear up. Now, he was one of 8 happy hooligans who returned to Fargo just yesterday. And he had, let us know, hey, I have some, kids that I want to surprise instead of just, having them meet me at the airport. So I always think that's kind of nice when they do that. Except for I can't watch the videos too much because it just makes me bawl.
Oh my gosh, it just gets you every time.
Oh, so there he is shaking hands of some of those kids at that school. And then,
That's awesome.
of course, then they got to go home and be with their dad. Oh, sweet.
They're always sort of the he obviously served in our country, unsung hero, but it's always the families too that don't get enough credit. Because can you imagine, those look like probably what, 5th, 6th grade young girls, and their dad's not around, and you're like, when do I get to talk to them next? I mean, that's a lot of stress.
It would be hard, and of course, communication, like overseas has gotten better, but there's times when they're not allowed to communicate or not allowed to tell you, certain details and stuff like that. So there's always that kind of war.
I mean, how do you tell your 6-year-old, like, sorry, daddy's in the desert right now. He can't, that's not an easy conversation.
Really tough.
Whew. So great to see him home safe and sound, and love those videos. All right, Super Bowl 52, just a few days away.
10 days.
Literally right now. U.S. Bank is under transformation, getting ready for the big game, obviously. You can see here they're putting down some of the paint on the field, and I heard yesterday that people were not happy. As you can see there, in that end zone has a particular, not that one, but the other one has a particular team in that end zone that people are like, what? You're going to put that in our stadium after last Sunday? Which, of course, they have to do. But
right, and it's the rules. They have to get rid of everything that says Minnesota Vikings. Now the end zones are blue, red, and white, and then green and white. So you, of course, have to kind of look at it as this is a great opportunity for Minneapolis. But adjustments are also not only being made on field, but in the concourses, in the locker rooms, and in the interview areas. Replicas of the Lombardi Trophy are also embedded at the 25th yard line of each end of the field. So kind of neat to see it change over, although I love that we still have the purple seats.
I know,
at least a little
too.
Representation. They can't cover every single seat in there.
Also want to remind you, I think it's this Friday is when they kick off some of the events down there. Just kind of Google, Super Bowl committee events or whatnot, but I mean, they're going to have that Verizon zone where you can go and be like an NFL player for a day. And a lot of the stuff is free. You go down there and you're going to see anyone and everyone. I mean, you literally could bump into JT at something like this.
I'm hoping we bump into JT when we're down there. That would be awesome. I would just be like, oh, hey, I just need a little selfie real quick with you. And just in case you forgot where to watch it, it's right here on our channel.
Amen. 5:30.
Have you figured out, like, where are you going to be down there in Minneapolis, or are you going to be up here watching with the family? Have you figured that out yet?
I think we're going to be down there, right?
I'm going to be down there.
Yeah, I mean, that's my intention.
I just didn't know.
Actually, one of my boys, he's from New Jersey, and he now lives in PA, but he's a huge Phillies fan. So he's coming into town with his kids, so we're going to go down and have a good time and, you know, just take
fun.
it all in. And
Yeah, I think it will be so neat to say, like, I've been to the Super Bowl at least one time in your lifetime.
Well, what's amazing is, so, you know, my buddy and I, we were on the road traveling with Tony Robbins, and we were in Miami when there was a Super Bowl in Miami. So
We're going to Miami.
Awesome time where we literally, like, you know, Rodman was out. I mean, everybody's out and about. You just start bumping into people and get to the point where you're like, oh yeah, there's JT, and there, you know, it's just, we're going to have a very, very good time.
I hope that happens.
Oh, I'm telling you, you're going to be like, whoa, what?
I was checking out some of the events that they have going on around there, and that's what I think is really cool is if people are, well, if they could afford the tickets to go to the Super Bowl, but if you are making the trip there, there's so much going on where you don't have to feel like even if you aren't going to US Bank Stadium for the Super Bowl, at least then you can experience some of the other fun things that are happening around there.
I think it's sold out, but one of the things that you and I should have done is we should have gotten tickets for the zip line.
The zip line, I was hoping that's what you were going to say. I would love to zip line. I just don't.
Over the river, right?
Yeah, and but it's sold out like right away as soon as they started putting tickets out there.
We dropped the ball on that.
We might need to, maybe we could work some magic. You never know. You never know. You're up for adventure though, right? Whatever we get planned.
I'm up for the heck. You may see me on stage with JT by the end of that weekend. So
we might have to.
Wait, you're talking to me, JT? Yeah, okay.
Not these girls over here, not these young teenage fans, but let's bring up Chris Berg on stage.
I'm gonna be the guy in the suit and tie.
I actually heard that this is some good video. So it's a rare sight caught on camera in the Northeast. There's a picture of a frigid winter and a snowy owl catching a ride.
Wow.
On the ice. So he maintained his cool in spite of the harsh winds and rocky waves. And a person who shot the video says the bird stayed on the chunk of ice for about 30 minutes before he moved to another spot where the water was calmer. I always think it's so pretty to see like wildlife out.
Yeah.
But usually you'd see owls in a tree. You wouldn't see them riding the waves.
Look at him. He is just like uber chilling.
He's just like, just
He's
going
like
for a little boat ride.
He's like doing like waterboard yoga stuff. He's just like,
I'm just so zen. And I think it's good that he roughed it out because he has all those feathers to keep him warm.
Roughed it out.
Roughed it out. Look at how rough he has it. Well, if they're saying it was cold and windy.
He's an owl. He's like, that's his element right there. He's probably like, oh, I'm digging this. Speaking of people that like the cold, penguins at a zoo in Scotland took part in the Penguin Awareness Day, playing with soapy bubbles made by their new bubble machine. So the penguins getting taken care of in Scotland.
They actually got this bubble machine as a gift for Christmas, and they have 130 birds that spent the day popping those bubbles.
How come some of them have the, like that guy, how come he's got those things? And
he's a different breed.
Oh, okay.
I even know that. The Edinburgh Zoo houses the largest outdoor penguin pool in Europe, which is not one thing that we went and saw when we were there, but maybe
next time. You didn't go see the big penguin pool?
Next time, we'll have to go to the zoo in Edinburgh. Very cool. Okay, we have a lot of stuff that we're going to be getting to coming up next. We're talking about a big 2-day event. It's going to be a big Sanford Children's Radiothon, the Cares for Kids Radiothon. It's happening, and we're also going to be showing you some cool projects to do. That's all coming up.